Hello, good morning, welcome back to my channel, Nannyjeano. Any new subscribers here, my name is Jean. Thank you for joining me today. It's good to have you here. Wasn't sure what to do today, and then my lovely friend Dawn said, why don't you make your scones that you make? So, Dawn, that's what I'm doing. I've weighed everything out because otherwise it just takes too long, but I will show you everything that I'm using. And then take you step by step as to how I do them. Now, I've made these so many times, but I still have to follow a recipe because the brain isn't what it used to be. So if that's something you think you'd like, please continue to watch. They turn out really good. I'm saying that, I shouldn't really say that, should I? Because something's bound to go wrong now. Anyway, it's quite a simple recipe and not a lot of sugar in these, so good. Right, I'm just going to pause you because I've just realised I've not put my hair back. So let's go put my hair back. I will talk you through what there is, then I'll turn you down so you can see what I'm doing. So I shall be back in a moment. I'm back. Okay, so as I said, I have weighed them all out, but I will show you exactly what I'm using and give you the measurements. And then what I can do is I'll put the measurements up here as well. So we have, I'm using the free-from gluten-free flour. So I've weighed 225 grams or 8 ounces of flour. I've got caster sugar, 25 grams or 1 ounce. I'll get some of these put away as well. I've got a 1/4 tablespoon of salt. I don't normally measure out the salt, I normally just do the grinding. Then I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I just used the Dr. Could you pronounce that? Baking powder. I've got 50 grams of butter, but I use the Vitalite, it's the dairy free. So my son can have these as well. And I've got 1 egg lightly beaten, which I will do a little bit more. And it says 125 ml of milk. I use the lacto-free, semi-skimmed. But I've just measured out, well I've measured, well, I don't know if you can see that actually, just over the 100, because I find they get really wet if you put too much in, especially with the egg as well. So, and I'm making 2 different kinds. I'm doing ginger scones. I've weighed out, I don't know how much, I normally, I'll show you let me just get them. This is what I get, they're just the Morrison's ones, stem ginger in syrup. And it does say great for baking and desserts. So they are round balls about this big, and I use 3 of those. So they're all cut up. I like chunks of ginger so you can actually taste the ginger when you bite into them. And I've also got sultanas. So that's the 2 I'm doing, ginger ones and sultana ones. So I think that's everything I've shown you. So, little spatula, spoon, cutter, and my flour for, you know, putting over the top. Now, you have to stir in all the dry ingredients. So the flour, the sugar, the salt, and that was it. Baking powder, flour, sugar, salt, baking powder. you have to stir those ingredients in one by one and then rub in the butter with your fingertips. Now, I don't really like feeling that because of my nails and my rings, and so I normally put gloves on, oops, to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I will tip you down, I'll move you over a bit, tip you down over here, and then I will show you what I'm doing. Let me move these back to this side, otherwise there's going to be too much. And then I can get these just put over here for now, out of my way. Right, that's it. Got a bit of room to move now, so these can go over here, and then we're ready to go. It is a very, very easy, oh, and a mixing bowl. Very, very easy method. So let me move you over and then I can move you down. So you won't see me, just what I'm doing. So I hope you can see that. So into the bowl we're going to put, oops, I've already sieved the flour. I always sieve flour, but this, the gluten-free, free-from flour is very, very fine, so you don't really need to sieve it, but I do. So flour, sugar, get that all out. That got stuck. So just one by one mix them in. So the flour and the sugar, salt, and the baking powder. Put that over there. Sorry, I'm in and out, but I just thought it better to have it all measured out rather than go through it and then you're watching me measure. I mean, you know, we all know how to, well, hopefully we all know how to measure. Oh, that sun's just gone in. It was quite sunny. I've got blue skies to the back and I've got clouds to the front, so yeah. Right, so that goes in, and then I'm going to put the gloves on so I can rub in the butter. I really don't like getting pastry on my hands, in my fingernails. Oh, it's just no. So butter goes in. Fortunately, this butter's quite soft, this Vitalite. Put that over there. Oops, flicking it now. And then we rub it in. Oh, it goes everywhere, doesn't it? Can you see all that coming off? Now, if I'm making this for a lot of people, I double up, and it's fine, absolutely fine, doubling it up. So instead of 225 flour, you use 450. Instead of 1 teaspoon, you use 2 teaspoons of baking powder, so on and so forth. Just double up. But don't double up so much on the milk, just a little bit more milk, otherwise it just gets too runny. That's it, I think that's all done. So that's what it looks like. And then you stir in your milk and your egg. So I'm just going to put some of my milk, actually I'm going to put my egg in my milk, which is what I normally do. Sorry, you can't see that. Just get all the egg out. Give that a little stir. I'm making a right mess here. And then I'll just stir in a little bit. I won't put it all in. It all come together. And it is quite a runny mixture, so don't worry about that. I just don't want it too runny and too sticky. So just put a bit more in. You'll see what I mean. Gets quite runny. So I will not put any more liquid in there. Otherwise that will be absolutely too runny. Then what we do, I will change my gloves because I'm just now getting this up because it's annoying me. Right. Just going to pause you there for a minute while I get another pair of gloves. Okay, got another pair of gloves. Now, I've just put a little bit more flour in there because I thought that was too wet. So, literally I just sprinkled over from my little pot. And then what I'm going to do is half the mixture. Just putting it in the one I had the flour in. So let's do, that's about half. Okay, so in this one I'm going to put the sultanas. Now I like a lot of whatever fruit I'm putting in, I like a lot because I want to taste a sultana in every bite. I don't want half a scone with nothing in it, do you know? So I put a lot in. Now you can see. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it out onto the surface here. I'm going to put those gloves on again. Sorry, I could have put these on before, couldn't I? But look, I nearly dropped that one as well. I'm not very good with gloves, am I? Okay. So getting all of that off of there. Flour. Just move these out of the way. And then you're going to just roll it. Not with a rolling pin, you don't need a rolling pin. I just want to get some more of that flour. That's it, right. Then I'll pat it down. You want about 3/4 of an inch. So let's start cutting. One. Oops. Two. I'm hoping to get 4 out of both of them. And you've got that, look, 7 or 8 scones, which is fine. Lovely. Three. Four. Okay, now then. What I haven't done is brought the tray over. So I'm just going to get that. I thought I was all prepared. Obviously I'm not all prepared, so just going to pause you and I will get the tray ready. Okay, got my tray ready with parchment paper on. So just going to lay these on here. Now they do spread a little bit and they do rise. That one's going to be a bigger one than the others because that was the end of the dough, wasn't it? So, right, so now in the same bowl I'm going to put the other half of it. That's it. And the ginger. And then mix that in. Yeah, just threw a bit on the floor. Again, I put enough in so you get a bite with, you know, a bit of ginger hopefully with every bite. And again, I'm going to put a little bit of flour in there and on my mat. Make sure you get every bit out, waste not, want not, as they say. That's it. Yeah. And then again, just flour it up. And then do the same again. This time I'm going to put them straight onto my parchment. And again, just collect your dough together. that together a bit, otherwise that's going to split when it bakes. Let's see if we can get it together a bit more. Right, I'm not going to use the cutter for this one. Got it to near enough the size that the others are. Nearly dropped that one. Right. So that is all of them. Take those gloves off. And then you've got nice clean hands. So we did get 8. So my oven is, let me turn you up now so I can actually see you. Well, you can see me at least. Right, so my oven is on gas mark 7. Let me just get this up again because it's gone off. Oh, right. So you cut. That's a. They say a 2-inch. Now I don't know if that's 2-inch or not. I've got 3 different ones. So you've got the big one, which I think is a 3-inch. I think. Well, that might be a 4-inch. I think that's a 3-inch, and I think that Diddy one is a 2-inch, which you'd only have 1 bite, wouldn't you? 2 bites. Anyway, so I used the middle one. Whatever that dimension is, I don't know. I haven't got a ruler. What I will do is measure it and I'll put it up here. So that's the one I used. It says a 2 centimetre high in your scones. So thick cut, place onto a baking tray, which I've done, and bake hot in a hot oven at 220 Celsius, 425 Fahrenheit, gas 7. I've got gas, so mine's on a 7. For 8 to 10 minutes. So what I will do is put my timer on for 8 because I like to check them as they go along. My oven's not the best, so I like to just keep an eye. Sorry, I'm just going to put my timer on for 8 minutes, and then I will get cleaned up, get all this cleaned up, and I will be back when they are cooked. Hopefully they turn out all right. Then I might try one later on, but I'll film it. So let's get them in the oven. I'll see you back here as quick as anything. Okay, they actually took about 11 minutes, maybe 12, but a couple of them caught because my oven is not even. So the ones at the back caught a little bit, but this is what they've come out like. Trying to tilt it without putting it on the floor. So what I'll do is I'll let them cool a little bit, I'll put them on a plate, and then it will be lunchtime, so we may have a taste test. I'm actually filming this on Friday and it's going up tonight. Hopefully. So, yeah, that's them. So I shall be back shortly with a little taste test. Right, they've cooled down. They've not gone cold, but they are still nice and warm. So my husband's just had some and he's given me the thumbs up. So, if I turn you down, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to have sultana one. I've just got Morrison's apricot jam. I don't have a lot of jam, and I've just whipped up some cream. It's a treat. So they didn't rise that much, so maybe, but they are falling apart. Now my husband's didn't do that. Look at that. Now, stop saying that. I always put butter on mine because I don't like a lot of jam. So, and if you don't have a bit of butter, then it's not as moist, is it? So, little bit of butter. I'll just taste test the one that has actually stayed in, you know, together. And then I will have just a little bit of jam. Literally, I don't have much at all. And then I will have whipped up some cream. Oh, I showed you that. Have a little bit of cream on it. This was the Lee cream, but it was double light. It took me ages to whisk it, with the electric mixer as well. Ages. So, these can all go in the fridge. I'll cover those with a bit of kitchen towel for now. Got loads of cream on that, right. Taste test. It's falling apart. Lovely. Really nice. Moist. Moorish, magnificent. What else can I say with an M? Lovely, I really like that. So, I am going to go and sit and have this with a nice cool drink. Well, I've got my water. So that is it. Sorry, I've got it all in my mouth now. That is it for this video. So I hope it's been okay. It's not mega long, but I could not think what to do for today because I'm not going out that much at the moment. So if you have any suggestions, let me know and I will try to do it. So thanks to Dawn for suggesting me making my scones. She's tasted them, by the way, so she knows what they're like. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please just do all the good things you do for me. I really would appreciate that. And I will see you next time. Well, on Tuesday, not sure with what. We did want to go to one of the RHS gardens and have a look around there. I was also going to go back to Greenwich Park last month, but didn't get round to that. So might go there, see what that's like. So it might be a walkabout one next time, if the weather's okay. As long as I don't mind what the weather's like, as long as it's not raining. As long as it's not raining, I'm fine, I can go out. So that is it. I'm going to go and enjoy my scone. Scone, what do you say? I always say scone. And thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it, really, really do appreciate it. And lovely to read all your comments. I get some wonderful comments. And I have thought of more things that I did back in the 60s and 70s. So maybe that will come in next week or two. I did get a few people say, could there be a part 2, or maybe I should do a part 2. So I might do that, and we'll have a little bit more reminiscing. If that's your cup of tea, then please join me. But that will be in a couple of weeks. Otherwise it's an overload, isn't it? So yeah, please take care. Hope the weather stays nice. I'm not ready for autumn yet. I'm really not. So I shall see you Tuesday. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.